Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your agriculture update, and this is for Wednesday, and we're now at the 17th of April, 2019, just around 2:20 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Now, keep in the back of your mind, we have Good Friday coming up, so tomorrow's that last full day of trading. Even though some markets will be closing early, I'm already seeing volume die off rather dramatically. It's also a good time for you now to change to the July front month contracts, get away from the May in the corn, the wheat, the soybeans. I'm doing so already in the cotton, the cocoa, the coffee, the sugar, and go to the Junes if you're going to be watching the energy market. So it's a good time to be making all those changes. When we take a look at a weekly area chart of closes, for the week so far, we're down about 16 cents. The market breaking on a closing basis into new low territory. Now, we did see word today that Robert Lighthizer and his counterparts in China have set up meetings for the very end of April, beginning of May, with the goal of trying to get a deal signed by the end of May. We've heard this many times before, so is it market moving news? Not really. You keep digesting the same news over and over, you tire of it. As you can see on the daily bar chart on this break, this is a rather serious low underneath all the prior support. You've got the pattern of lower highs, lower lows, which is bearish. You're under the 18-day average of closes, which gives you the market downside bias. You're running the lower Bollinger Band. Yesterday, you didn't quite hit that number. Today's the first time you've hit it. So now we'll find, is it going to bounce away from it the way it has in prior times or not? We'll see if that is indeed the case. And I say that because you're also oversold at the same time. But getting a bounce in a bear market is not the same as getting a piece of news to reverse the trend of what's going on. As we look at the meal market, as I told you yesterday, we had one of these crazy moves where you got a big up move, knocks out most of the shorts, and comes right back down. Today, if you break, you put the potential for today into the lower Bollinger Band, and as you can see, you're knocking on the door. You got to as low as 307.20, 307.60, 307.20 was the Bollinger Band also. So you got down to it, hit it, and you closed 307.60. So I think the smart money took some money off the table today there. In the soybean oil, there's more room here. The market might want to go to that lower Bollinger Band at 28.70. It's only 8 points away. The market with an outside day down has given at least traders an idea that if today's high is taken out, that it would be a sign that maybe we're way too cheap and the market wants to spit itself back into resistance up here. Not taking that out just keeps the trend down. You are knocking on the door of oversold territory. Now, this is July corn, so this is a new contract for you too. And you've got the higher high, lower low, very oversold. Not as much follow through on the downside as you're getting in the bean complex. You're down 3/4 of a cent for the day. You still have downside bias. In the wheat market, you've taken this sideways action, right, that we had here, whether it was a May or July contract, and now you started pushing out the Bollinger Bands. You'll probably get more into them, to the right-hand side of them over the next day or so, but you've established a downtrend, oversold, hit some targets, you can get a bounce, but I don't see anything changing the trend. In the sugar market, you made yesterday a break, came back, was challenging the 18-day average of closes, did it again today, and then the market went for the lower Bollinger Band. You've had this trend down with lower highs, lower lows, and you've hit another downside target. In coffee, it's the never-ending bear market. Just look at how this market keeps dropping. I keep hearing talk of people saying, well, it's under the cost of production. So what? There's still plenty of it around, and that's what it is. Eventually, yes, if you stop producing coffee, less supply down the road will impact prices, but is it going to do it in the near term? That's the question. I'll give you another one. Do you see your Starbucks or your local Pete's or whatever you have in your area lowering their price? Yet coffee has gone from nearly $1.20 down to 89 cents. They're very quick to raise prices when they say their costs have gone up. I don't see the price coming down. In the cocoa market, we've got the lower highs, lower lows, the market fighting a bit at this 18-day average in an overbought market that I'll call trendless at this point. In the cotton market, The cotton's knocking on the door of the upper Bollinger Band. Will it be able to do anything? There's the real question. The pattern is no longer a trend. You have a higher high and a lower low caught in these Bollinger Bands, probably going nowhere fast. In the cattle market, you can see how the Bollinger Band is providing near-term resistance in the market. The trend is up, supports all the way back towards the 18-day average of 120.50. You'd have to get under 120.05 in order to break the uptrend. In the feeder cattle, I'm still looking at the May, but I'll be rolling out of that in terms of analysis very shortly. But this is still where the volume is, at least. You've got the higher lows, higher highs. Couldn't quite make it to that upper Bollinger Band. Today you got to 151.72.5. You missed it by 10 points. Couldn't quite get there yesterday. Wouldn't be surprised if you want to settle back and find support down at that 18-day average due to the fact that you're overbought. And in the hog market, even news that we're getting closer on a Chinese deal did not support this market. Many in the trade still think that the best is yet to come in pork prices because of China, but we'll see. Right now, here's what the technical work is. If you took the name of the chart off, you have lower highs, lower lows. You closed over the 18-day average. Therefore, you have a market that's not trending per se. Momentum, the market lost. If we take a look here, you can see you had the numbers over 80, and over 80. That's called a bullish embedded reading. Today you lost it. But in losing it, all that you look for typically is the 18-day average of closes where you're at already. You know, I discuss this and much more in my morning subscriber video. Now, what I do is I get up each morning, and about 6:20, I start recording this video. That's Central Time. The idea is to give you information to start your trading day. If you're thinking about a chart pattern, looking for an idea for yourself, questioning what you want to do that day, maybe saying, I know I want to do this, but boy, I wish I had some idea what I could bounce it off of. Well, have a cup of coffee with me as I review for you 40 charts in the morning. I do in the same sequence all the time with more studies than you're seeing in these videos, by the way. And yes, I can talk the chart action there, what I think the pros are doing. I'll throw technical and fundamental information at you. And what I can do there that I can't do in these videos that are posted on YouTube and the like, I can throw out specific trade ideas. Some are going to be very good, some are not going to work at all. But I'm going to throw out what I'm seeing on that chart for you. And the idea there is to help you, if you've got an idea, either counter it or giving you the reasons that you want to go ahead with it. Now, access to it, it's simple. First of all, you're going to be able to access it on any one of our trade platforms. You're going to be able to see it on our website if you don't want to do that. We offer a free, and that's included with this, mobile app that works either from your Google download or from the Apple iStore. How much? 26 cents a day to get you going. That's right. After that, if you decide to stay with it, you can either buy a yearly subscription or a monthly. No contracts, none of that necessary. How do you find out more? Go to our website, www.iraepstein.com. You can then, under the word education or research, drop down to where you see very specifically Ira's morning subscriber video to explain how it all works to you, and you get it right through that. Pretty simple to get, lots of access ways, and ideally, maybe get you going in the morning with your own thoughts and either reinforcing or giving you reasons not to take a move. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a great one. I'll see you all tomorrow.